was going to be a little quality time with my kids, just get on the sofa, snuggle up right before bedtime, watch a little tube.
Yeah.
Kids still call it
Watch
tube.
the
At the
Nobody calls it that.
No.
All right. So I've already ruined it.
Yeah. YouTube. You say tube.
Yeah.
It was YouTube TV.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Tube.
Yeah.
It's got a whole new meaning.
Yeah,
Actually
that's
watch
right.
the tube.
That's right. I'm going to make tube happen again. But instead of quality time, the only thing that I think my kids got out of it is that they look at me now and they think I'm insane. And it was all because we were watching the latest episode of America's Got Talent.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, and no offense to America's Got Talent, but it's just when I watch TV, it's normally like I'm binging on something. And so
Right.
I don't know the last time I tuned in.
Right.
But after last night, I'm going to start, and this is why. We're snuggled up. Picture it. We're snuggled up on the sofa. My kids, we're underneath some blankets. We're all freshly bathed.
Yes.
We're enjoying a little time together.
It's nice.
And this young woman comes on the stage during America's Got Talent. And the judges are still Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara,
Oh, yeah.
Heidi Klum, and
Howie Mandel?
Howie Mandel, yes. And this young woman comes on the stage, and she's probably like 19, maybe at the most.
Okay.
And she's talking about how she works in pizza, and it's a job that she took because this boyfriend of hers, she wanted to work with her boyfriend, and then the boyfriend, I think, cheated, and it's like just
They always have some crazy
I know
backstory.
something, right?
You're
Yeah,
19.
You're
All right,
19,
yeah.
and
you work at a pizza place. Got
Simon goes, well, what would you say if you heard that your boyfriend was watching? She was like, I hope he's not.
it. So you liked her right away.
Yeah, I liked her right away. And they all got a big kick out of it. But she was extremely nervous. And Simon said, look, this is your shot.
Yeah.
Like, let it out. Let's hear what you got. And this happened.
It'll be from my dust light, I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy. But when you place your head between my collar and jaw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. But I miss you in the morning when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done. To you, I'm just a man. To me, you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
Good, man.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the waves. The orange touches all things around. Grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
What?
So,
It's local talent.
Oh
what grade do
my
you give, Squid?
Yeah.
Matt,
I'll
what grade do you
give
give?
it a C plus.
No, I don't like the song
Wow.
choice.
Oh, jeez, that was amazing.
I, of course, burst into tears.
Yeah.
I am crying. There's no controlling it. Right now, even hearing it again, I have goosebumps and
Yeah.
the quiver.
Very
and,
talented. Very talented.
Two things about that performance. I think, number one, it's a song called Something in the Orange by an artist that I'm really into right now, Zach Bryan. And so to hear that rendition of it, I was just
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, what talent, right? And two, her story. Like, here she is, 19 years old, and yes, nervous about getting on the stage, but not knowing how talented she is.
Right, doesn't
Yeah.
know.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
Most people would
Oh.
kill to have that kind of talent.
Have that
and
talent.
she's not sure of herself.
Right.
Wow.
So I am crying
Wow.
like you wouldn't. I mean, it's ugly at this
Yeah.
point. And my
Yeah.
kids look over at me like, What are you doing?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
said, it was just so beautiful. It brought tears to my eyes. You know, it's like, I don't know. It was so just, and my kids were like, you can cry when you feel that way? And I said, yeah. You're just like, I didn't mean to. It just happened, you know?
Yeah.
And their minds were blown that you don't cry because you're hurt or that
They
I'm
think
not.
something's wrong with you.
Right. They really legit thought something was wrong.
Yeah.
So it was like a new.
And there is something wrong with you, but that's a different story.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has
Not
nothing to
at
do
all.
with what's going on right now.
Yeah, nothing to do
That's
with
a
this.
different chapter, kids.
Yeah,
But they didn't know that emotion happened.
Yes,
yeah.
right.
And so it was in that moment where I was like, oh, they don't know. They don't know.
And do you find it, because I've been in that situation
Yeah.
where you're crying because something's happy or you're touched by something, and then when your kids are looking at you with that puzzled look, do you kind of like you don't even know what type of emotions to have at that point?
Yeah, well, because mostly I'm like, you're ruining it.
You're right. let me have my cry.
Ruined it.
Let mom have her happy cry.
Because nothing feels better than a good cry, you know?
It does feel
Nothing.
good.
Whether it's happy or sad or you're angry or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you get that cry out. You're like, oh, sweet release.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, so I recover. Then there's like some puppet that comes on. And I don't know. It's just
dumb,
whatever.
goofy thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tells fart jokes.
Yes. I'm done, you know, crying, whatever. Then a young man who does not even speak English, he's from Brazil, takes the stage, and he comes on the stage with an interpreter because
You come to America, you know English.
he did not.
You better know English, boy.
He did not. I mean, he spoke a little bit,
Broken
like
it,
he
yeah.
understood it, but
I've
Yeah.
always admired people that come to this country and they
Yeah.
have to try to learn. Gosh, it's got to be hard.
yes,
Yeah.
and especially standing on the stage and like you have to
In front
have
of
an
America?
interpreter. Yeah, in front of America
Yeah.
and judges, and you know they could say whatever. At one point, Heidi Klum asked him about his dog because she said, "Well, I'm going to ask this question because Simon likes it. Do you have any pets?" And he was like, to his interpreter, he was like, "Oh, actually." Yeah, I did, but my dog got out 2 weeks ago and ran away. And she was like, so it's kind of a hard subject, you know. And Heidi Klum was like, sorry. It was very uncomfortable.
I was married to a seal.
Wow.
Like, what?
It was so uncomfortable. And then it's all going through the interpreter,
Yeah,
you know, so you have to
interpreter's
wait
like-
for the response.
Interpreter's like rolling their eyes like, oh, great question.
Great, good job. But this young man does not speak English. He's from Brazil, and he comes on the stage. He's also incredibly nervous. And this happens.
How old is he, do you think?
Probably, I would say no older. Oh, he was 27.
27.
He was 27. Yep, that's him.
It's a man?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That when you look at me,
Like Michael Jackson.
there's so much that you just don't see. But if you would only take the time, I know in my heart you find. Oh, girls get sometimes who isn't always strong. Can't you see the heart of me? I feel so alone. I wanna run to you. I wanna run to you. Tell me where you stay. Oh, where are you? What
Dang.
I need you here. I need you here to wipe away my tears. To kiss away my fears.
Oh, wow.
What?
This Brazilian Mariah Carey as a dude.
Mariah Carey
know.
stepped her game up.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh.
Wow.
That run he did was insane. It was like Mariah Carey.
That's insane.
I lost my mind. Again with the tears. I cannot control myself. I also am like crying hysterically with my mouth open wide, staring at the television, thinking, this man Gabriel Enrique is going to be a star.
Oh, absolutely.
How-
There's too much talent.
How can you not? And at that point, Sofia Vergara, which I was wondering because my mom speaks Spanish and Portuguese. And so when they had the interpreter out, I thought, why isn't Sofia Vergara speaking to him in Spanish? But she was so moved by the performance, she stood up and she slammed down the golden buzzer, which sends Gabriel to the live performance. No other.
No questions asked.
No
yeah.
questions asked. He just goes straight to the thing. I mean, it's like glitter comes down, all these glitter foil comes
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
and she goes and gives him a big hug, and then she starts speaking to him in Spanish, and he started to cry, and it was just like the sweetest moment of success, and again, not knowing how much talent he has. You know, in his mind, he probably thought the biggest struggle is I don't speak English.
Right.
No one's gonna know what and then he
You
does
get a
that.
job, the job that you want to get or anything. Yeah.
And Heidi Klum, I think, said, you are like if Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey had a baby, that baby would be Gabriel. You know?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
right on. It's
And
so true.
some Michael Jackson in there too.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
anyway, my kids at that point were just like, okay,
Mom,
I
stop
guess
crying.
this is what she does.
Like, we don't want to watch America's Got Talent anymore. Mommy gets sad. They go to school like, Mommy gets sad when we watch America's Got Talent.
You
They're
ask them to
like,
go to a concert. They're like, no,
No.
Mom, we
No,
don't
no,
see
no.
you
Put
cry.
cartoons back on, Mom.
Thank you.
no more tube with you.
So anyway.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I wanted to share it because I was just truly moved.
How's America's Got Talent got better singers than The Voice and American
Don't know.
Idol?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. And was thinking to myself, first of all, Simon Cowell does not look like Simon Cowell
No,
anymore.
the dude's had too much surgery
Yeah,
and Botox
it's-
and
Oh,
stuff.
really?
It's
He's overdone it.
It's a lot to look at. And but in my mind, I'm thinking he's got of all the talent that he has seen and put together over the years, you still have to be surprised by stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have to.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially if they don't get to hear it at all beforehand. They gotta be like, really?
Yeah.
Especially on that show because you just never know.
Well,
Because
and, yeah,
there's
'cause
all sorts of different variety acts and stuff. You don't know if they're gonna be good or not.
they had somebody dressed up legit as the devil beforehand, and I think Sofia
Was
Vergara
it Sam
said,
Smith?
"No, she was like, why do they come here? Why
Yeah.
are they wasting our time?" I was like, I don't know.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
All right, so Katie's a crier.
Yeah, that happens.
And when I first met Katie, she never cried. And then she had kids, and then the tears.
And then it all just changed.
It switched on the emotion, the sad or the crying
the emotion. Yeah, the crying
Yeah.
emotion. It
the,
did.
the happy cry.